time for shenanigans? I don't have time for shenanigans. Oh, I started off the video that way. My bad. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Just trying to get through my day, things I got to do, without the shenanigans and craziness of other people. But I have to start on this right now before I start on some other stuff because all my orders are pretty much done. I'm finished up on there, but I want to get this screen painted so I get the demonstrations on this one done. This is going to be converted over into the gamer paint. So everything is going to be gamer paint. We got motorized projection screens, gamer paint. It's right there. I got to finish the artwork on my motorized gamer screen, which I didn't get a chance to. But let me go get a shirt on. Let me get some frog tape and some socks on. So I can look somewhat decent in camera. Somewhat. I'll be back. Is on, cause when that silly grin. All right, people. I had to go downstairs to get my cardboard and make my paint pan because that's what I'm going to do right now. Get that started. So this is one of the screens that I got to paint today. Among a few other ones. And then we're going to build that retro screen for the back. Boy, the retro screen's going to look so sick. So I got my Dreamcast. Jack, the thing about it is I bought the RetroPie. And the one game I wanted on there so badly is not on there. So I had to buy the game. I had to buy an import version of it because I only had an import. So that'll be here. So it's a game that I wanted really bad, but it's not on the RetroPie, unfortunately. So I had to buy the Dreamcast. I had to buy a Dreamcast VGA adapter because I had a problem hooking that up over there. So I got a VGA adapter so we can run the Dreamcast off this screen also too. Let me put some cloth gloves here. And then we'll start on this, getting this thing painted and done. Then I had the silver screen downstairs I have to do on the mirror, which I can't wait to do that one too. And since my customers are all printed out, we're ready to go. We're all ready to go from there. Okay. So, let's get this started. And I need frog tape. Not even here with me. Oh, it's got paper. Oh. Chances are, 'cause the way that silly ring. Making my paint pan on my cardboard box. Oh yeah, I've got to frog tape this anyway. Okay, whatever. I got some air conditioning on here too, because I'm not cooking in this bad boy. Designing my paint pan. In my postal shipping box. This is how I make my box. A paint pan, because I stopped buying paint pans because it's just pointless. I can just make them out of boxes. Cheap and easy way to do it. This is a leak all over my floor. I don't want paint all over the floor. So I'm converting this screen into a gamer screen because everything I do in here now is gaming. I got the retro room in the next room, so that's good. And the retro screen that I'm building or designing, it's gonna be something pretty cool. Something I want to hook up real nice. I want to give it like a real retro kind of 80s look to it. So I got to do some research online. It's from the 80s, in that era, somewhere in that era. But anyway, the screen's going to be at 4.3, which is going to be nice because all the games on the playoffs are going to be 4.3. There's no point in making it 16:9 for no reason because it's not going to work. That's good. So this is how I do the pan. You do the sides around here, the corners, fold that down. The last piece, that's like this, you want to fold that down, tuck it at the bottom, tape it down, and you're done. That's how I make the paint pan. Now the paint on mirror, I will be doing that one on my Facebook page, fan page over there. This one I'm just doing over here. I'm going to be loading this one onto the website. Soon I'll be in manufacturing, research and development. It's going to be a whole different world. All right, so we're all cool in here. Good. All right, we're good. Now I got to tape off my area. We should be good to go. So from here to here, I'm going to bring it back here so I can get just to make sure I'm covered up. Peekaloos. All right, so we'll start off at the top. Work our way over. I've done this like so many times. Got the thick frog teeth. I think I'm going to expand my screen and make it bigger. I should make it bigger. Shouldn't I? I'll think about it, make it bigger. No, I don't think it's right away. Oh shit, I was thinking about it. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger than what it was. A little bit bigger. It's the easiest way for me to do it. That's good. Yeah. Let me get a little here, here, here. I don't put too much on the roll. I want to expand it out. You need to be tied up a little bit better there. Let's see, so like this. Let me just do. For some reason that this and this is hanging out from. That's not supposed to be there. It should be there. Yeah, I gotta get this up here a little better. Okay, that's good. You there, a little bit over here. There we go. Up there, extremely short. Oh, that's never a good sign. That means you took this out to trigger those lights. Trigger those lights like that. Maybe short in there somewhere. Oh, yeah, it could be short in there somewhere. I need to have a look at that. I need to look into that. That should have never triggered on like that. It came on like that. Oh well, we'll get it figured out. The corners real quick. Usually if they hit white like that, that's not a good sign. That means there could be a damaged light in there somewhere. So I'm going to replace these lights anyway. So when I did the chasers, I did them on different circuits, which I shouldn't have did. I should have did them all in the same circuit, air conditioning. Come on, work it. I'm burning up. I want the world to know. I want to let you know. That's done. Easy and cheesy. What are my remote controls for these lights? This one is just flickered on and all white. That's usually never a good sign when your lights hit white like that. Alright, so that's not affecting anything, so cool. That's good. That's all working well. Why did we come off in white like that? Alright, cool. I must have hit something. That's all. Alright, that's done. We got the corner finished up here. Down on that side. So we're going to knock this side real quick, keep the bottom half, boom, 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 done. got this side done. All right. Woo! What I got the bottom have to do? Easier time doing this screen than I had doing my other screens, which are a little bit harder to do. All right. And this one, we're going to paint over a light switch and a wall socket at the same time. So now we get the bottom half to do. We're done. Get this out, but done early. The screen goes all the way down to the floor. Under cable here. Yes. Right. This is all done right here. Easy McCheesy. My light's done on this side. I got my nail, my light's by accident. I don't want to do that again. Alright, light's all done. Protect it. That's why I said, if I'm gaming, man, I got to game on a gamer screen. My gamer's colors are so much different than the other technology screen paints we make. I can't game on anything in the house but the gamer screens because they do something different, man. The colors are just so much more vivid. So this is going to have to be changed out. Oh, I can't wait for you to see the retro gaming screen up in the next room. Oh man, it's going to be so freaking retro. It's going to be so retro. So right now, I bought a broken NEC projector, which I'm going to take apart. I'm going to see exactly how much of the chassis I can pull off without disrupting the projector because I need to get that chassis off of it. If not, I'll figure a way around it. I'm going to make the projector that I'm going to be using for the gaming room. It's going to have a kind of like a wooden kind of design to it to make it like it's old, like an old wooden retro, kind of like Atari 2600 kind of design to it. And then the screen we're going to do for the retro screen, which is going to hook up some of the other stuff in the back, is going to be a 4.3 instead of a 16.9 because all the games run off on 4.3. And that's going to have a kind of a retro kind of style. So I'm going to give it like a nice retro 80s look to it, you know, for the projector set and match up. So the BIOS setup is being retired. It's going to be put upstairs. And the new one's going to be coming in, which is going to be the 4.3. Which is going to be sick. Can't wait to start working on that. Yeah. It's going to be a fun project. All right. We're all taped up there. There. You want to make sure you put a little extra in just in case. If you do have to take the rollover and hit your stuff, which I've done many times. We put our extra security tape in right here. Put a little bit here over our lights, just in case if I just happen to make a mistake. This is a bad idea. I shouldn't be doing this. Get myself murdered on that one. Put a little bit of tape lightly up here so that we don't make a mistake and bump our lights by accident. Just want to get the edge of that. So a little bit there. That's still good. So nothing bleeds through. Shrink that a little bit more. There we go. How about while we paint this in, we do the Xbox and PS4 in dual mode at the same time as we paint the screen. That would be fun, right? Let's do it that way. All right. Don't let stuff bother me like that. I said, you know what I mean? You gotta get up in the morning, you forgive it, put it under the bridge, put it in God's hands, be happy about it. You know, we don't spend your day dwelling over some nonsense. If you do that, you give the devil the victory. Give him the victory when you do this stuff. I don't even give him the victory. I don't give him nothing. Nothing at all. He gets nothing. You give God the glory for everything. That's what you do. You get up, give God the glory for everything. I need that away. Fires. Yeah, there's something there going on with that light over there. I'm going to have to investigate that. Investigate. There's something stressing you out, something bothering you. Don't let the devil get in there and use that on you all day long. You give that to God, you forgive the person for what they did to you, you move on. That's what you do. I'm going to have me a wonderful day today. Wonderful day today. Despite all the people that don't like me, I don't care. Because God is with me. When he is with me, there's nothing that can stand against me. Remember that. God is with you. There's nothing that can stand against you. Nothing. 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 No ifs, ands, no buts. What if they got an army? What if they got tanks? What if they're the mob? Nothing. Ugh. Woo. I tell people, look. You don't think about it. You could be biggest mob boss on the face of the planet, have all the power in the world. Think you control everything that goes on. People don't understand. In your sleep, there's no one that anything can happen in your sleep. Anything. Chunk of cement can come down from your ceiling and boom, you can be crushed. Anything can happen to your sleep. Stop breathing, all kinds of stuff. That shows you that if you were able to wake up the next day, God is watching over you. Because the devil could easily walk in there and say, guess what? I'm taking that one tonight. That's mine. As you understand, people understand, at the end of the day, you're caught up in a spiritual warfare. That's where you're at. Between Satan and God. That's where you're at. You're caught in that. So, the devil's hunting for you already. He's got you already written in his book. He's already got plans to take your life any way he possibly can. And then you've got the Lord and Savior. He's planning to make sure that doesn't happen. At the end of the day, it's going to be one final war, and they call it the Battle of Armageddon. The final war. So, I tell people that, you could be the toughest, whatever, this, that, and the other. People say, oh, you're not afraid of, no, I'm not afraid of man. I'm not. I'm not afraid of man. When you have God on your side, you don't fear man. I'm going to fear you for it. My Savior is unbelievable. His power is untouchable. I mean, if God chose right now, if he wanted to, you'd be gone, just like that. And I tell Christians don't use God as a vengeful weapon. Don't do that. Because then the same thing you do to somebody else, God will turn around and put it right back on your head, Christian or not, because you're supposed to know better. So no Christians are supposed to do that. They can't use God as a vengeful weapon toward other people to intimidate them, to make them do things. You can't do that. God doesn't work that way. God knows no evil, knows no wrong, nothing at all whatsoever. So, when people sit there and say, well, what about all the destruction, all the evil on the earth? You put that on the earth. Lie or not, you did. You literally put it on the earth. I mean, come on. There's a tree there. You weren't supposed to eat from it. That's the end of the day. You can have anything you want on the planet. Think about it. You can have anything you want on the planet. Anything you want on the planet is yours. Everything you want. You don't have to worry about disease or destruction or death or none of that stuff. None of it doesn't exist. All you got to do is don't eat from this particular tree. Don't eat from it. It doesn't work that way. So, Eve ate from the tree first, because that's why snakes are considered to be cursed creatures. Those of you who have snakes for pets, I'm sorry, but it's true. A snake is a cursed creature. It is. It's cursed by God. It's cursed to crawl in his belly and eat the pile of dirt all the days of his life. It's a cursed creature. But anyway, the devil needed to get into the Garden of Eden, couldn't figure a way in. All the animals wouldn't let him in, but except for the snake let him get access to. And that's why they were able to trick Eve. Eve ate the apple, convinced Adam to eat it. Adam ate it. And they ran from God when God came into his murder. There's nudity. There was no such thing as shame or none of that stuff didn't exist. Pure human innocence, like a baby. A baby has pure innocence until they get older and then they develop but other than that, they have pure innocence. And that's what they have. That's why baby can sit there naked and is innocent. But then as you start developing your body, shame and all that stuff comes in it. Yeah, there you go. So when God walked into the garden, he knew what they did already. He already knew what they were going to do. He knew it. That's the wonderful thing about God. God gives man a chance. He gives man a chance to be able to make his own decisions. Because think about it. If you got that kind of power, you can make us all robots and make us do whatever we want to do. And we have no choice over anything. We just have to follow that one command only. But he did. He gave you a choice. So that way, when you go to heaven, when you basically pass on, God forbid, and you see him face to face, and he goes, huh? What'd you do with my time while you was down on the earth? You had a choice. There you go. You had a choice. And like you didn't have one, you had a choice. So, some people, you can have all this power. People think they have all this power. They can do this and do that. They can push people around, so. No. At the end of the day, you're going to have to face them one way or another. You know what I mean? And if you're going to get somebody who's a Christian, you have a humble man who's a Christian, and you can have a man with a lot of power. And that Christian basically is a man of God. He gets on his knees and he prays, and guess what? It's going to be dealt with. I don't know where you're going to be to do anything. What can you do against God? What can any man do against God? Tell me one man on this planet that can basically lift up his hand and strike down God. Can't. God controls everything in your body. If he decides your heart doesn't work, it doesn't hurt. Decides your brain goes into a comatose state, it goes into a comatose state. If he decides that you don't wake up the next day, you don't wake up the next day. But the fact that if you do evil that day and you're able to wake up that next day, shows God had mercy on you, because it didn't have to be that way. He could have just sat there and said, you know what? I'm going to take this angel that's sitting in front of your house, and I'm going to put him over here in the corner, and I'm going to let this demon who's walking down the street walk right up into your house and destroy you and your family. There you go. Scariest thing I've ever been. I lived in some of the bad lands, really bad lands of Philadelphia. I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I'll tell you something. I lay on my bed every day and I think, gee whiz, I'm here at 53 years old, and a lot of my friends are dead or in jail. Yep, a lot of them are dead or in jail. And at that time, I was not a Christian at all. I was not that type of person. I was a really heated individual. I am really surprised and shocked sometimes when I sit down and think that there are many times where I've been in court. I could have gone to jail for some serious stuff. And God said, no, it's not your time, buddy. This is not for you. I got something planned for you. But I never would have thought about that. I was a person who hated Christians. I was that bad. I hated Christians. My mother was a Christian woman, and I hated Christians. Couldn't stand them. Because I thought, they thought they was this and that and the other, and they're weak. They're this, that, and the other. Yeah, I thought like that. I got a chance to be on the other side of the fence to see how a person actually perceives and sees a Christian, because I was a person who hated Christians at one point. Yeah, I can tell you stories, man. When I paint sometimes, I do talk a lot. But I like to share some of my life, some of the things I did. When I was young, real young, and I was around, because I'm 53 and I was real young, and I was in the age of probably like about 18 or 19, around that age. I was ruckus. No, 18, 19. I was in lockup. So I was around 15, 16, I was getting in trouble like that. I think 15, 16, yeah. Running with the boys on the corner, do what I want to do, so and so and so. So I never forget this preacher guy came to the house. He was a young guy too. Came to the house, young preacher and all. And he was talking about God and everything, and I didn't want to hear it. I really didn't want to hear it. At the end of the day, I just want to go on the corner, hang with my boys, and basically, do what I do on a day-to-day basis, which was dumb stuff, completely dumb stuff that could have got me murdered. But anyway, he was in the house, and it was late, and my mom was telling me that we had to be in because she was going to Bible studies, and the preacher came down to pick them up. He walked them through the neighborhood. The neighborhood was it was a bit colorful. You can walk to the corner and get a stick of gum and get shot, literally. I'm dying, lying, you're not. Be in the wrong place, wrong time. But anyway, they was walking the women down to the church. And where I lived at, we had a church here, 4 churches on one block. And each person had their own church they went to. It was pretty nice, pretty community and all that down there. But anyway, I had no interest in that. So me and this young guy got bumped into each other, and that's where it started, because he bumped me. That was it, because he bumped me. Because I came into the doorway, and this man bumped my shoulder. So I felt because he bumped my shoulder, he had to die. That's literally how my brain was wired when I was living in that life. He had to pass away because I felt that he bumped me, disrespected me. And he did apologize. He said, my fault, my bad, but that wasn't enough for me. In my head, he had to be shot at the end of the day. So you learn some things that along the way, that things you cannot do to Christians at all, by being on the opposite side of that fence. And when I was on the opposite side of that fence, I'm down the street talking to my boys like, yeah, such and so and blah, blah, blah. They didn't want no part of it. I'm not jumping him. I said, this is a preacher. Are you crazy? So and so, no. I'm good. They're backing away from it. My mind, I'm thinking that it's still in my head. The devil's pumping all this information in my head, telling me, oh, you got to do what you got to do. You got to represent, blah, 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 blah. You don't let nobody treat you like that. And it should be him, be somebody else. The devil talking this nonsense in my head. So I decided to go in the house and get a kitchen knife and go down and kill this preacher inside the church. Now, when I walked into the church, I sat down and I watched this man walk from tops back and forth. I couldn't reach in my hand. I couldn't grab anything at all. Nothing at all. It was like I was stuck in that particular moment right there where I couldn't even move at all, period. Like nothing. I couldn't do anything at all, period. I just got up, walked out. Went home. Didn't think anything about that day. Went about my business. I couldn't strike him if I wanted to. I couldn't do it. It's like, for some reason, like my arms didn't move, nothing moved. I just sat there. I was just stuck, and that's really nothing was moving. My mind was racing at 100 miles an hour, but everything else was just in this still move. I could move. And later on in time, like I said, when I started becoming more, I became a Christian when I got locked up. When I got locked up, then I became a Christian, because when you said sometimes you got to go through some stuff. And I guess God was saying, look, it's your time, man. I'm calling you now. You're going to listen to me or you're going to die. Which one is it? I've been to funeral after funeral. I watched a lot of my friends get wasted. I watched a lot of my friends go to jail. And I've been through it. So, my time was coming up. So basically, for some reason, things in my life just started going downhill, like having problems with my boys. They don't want to listen to me, and we're fighting and arguing with them. And, we're having problems out in the street where people now want to kill me for no particular reason. Dumb stuff is popping up. Lost my job. I was working a job at Pizza Hut. Look, Mickey, your job was a nice job. Lost my job over there. Everything was just crashing and plummeting downhill. I was going fast. And in the back of my mind, my head was just racing. And then some other crap that went on. I'm not going to tell you what I got locked up for, but some other crap that went on. Long story short, I'm facing a minimum of 40, maximum 80. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Didn't kill anybody. Don't get that out of your head. I never murdered a human being before, never. But it was bad. It was really bad. And I was scared to death. I was going to court. I got handcuffs on me. It was serious. And they're talking about, I remember, forgot that I was sitting there with my lawyer and my mom. The guy came back and said, look, they're talking about 40 to 80. Man, I freaking almost passed out. I'm only freaking 15. You're talking about minimum of 40 years? Are you kidding me? That's what they're going to give me? A minimum? What's my max? 80 years. I'm like, oh my goodness, are you freaking kidding me? This can't be happening. Yeah, I was freaking out in court. I was freaking out. At one point, it got to a point where I thought I was going to commit suicide. I was going to fight the bailiff. I thought they were going to have to kill me. Damn, I'm not going to prison. They don't have to kill me. So I wasn't a big guy. I wasn't a big guy at all, period. I had no form of hand-to-hand. I had some hand-to-hand combat training. Not to the point where I was trained now, but no, I'd have got murdered in prison. I ain't gonna walk in there and tell some tough guy, no. So even the toughest man has struggles in prison. But it was like, it was crazy just to see all that happen. Everything just broke down in slow motion right in front of me. Sometimes I watch court hearings and stuff like that because it kind of reminds me of what I went through and everything. It keeps me humble. But after I went through all that little nut right there, I'm not going to tell you the rest of what happened, but long story short, God got me out of that situation. I did a little bit of time. Not a lot. I got on my 18th birthday. I spent my 18th birthday trying to keep from getting certified. So that's how I spent my 18th birthday. Going to court, biting my nails off near my fingers, trying to not get certified. We sent up for a 40-year term. So I have basically went in there and, I'm just, my mind's racing. I'm trying to figure out, like, how am I processing this, man? How am I going to process this? Like, my life is over. It's over. Like, I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to have kids, which I don't have now. Funny thing about it, that's the same thing about that. But my life is over. That's it. I messed up big time. And my mom came and she brought me a little Bible, a little orange Bible, and I never forget that, with orange cover. And the Lord told me, she said, read Psalms from the Bible. And that's what I started doing. I read Psalms from the Bible every day. I didn't understand some of it, you know what I mean? I didn't know it right off the bat. But, I was learning as I went along. And God was directing me while I was in there. And I never forgot, when I was reading that Bible, I was in the holding cell, and this guy turned around and looked at me, and that was the devil himself. He looked right at me and said, why are you reading that? God can't help you. That's exactly what he said to me. It's interesting how, when you're in a situation like that, God is reaching out to save you, how the devil will walk in and just talk to you. Now, he ain't got a showdown where he don't have to pop down with horns and a cape and a tail and all that nonsense, none of that exorcist nonsense. No, he'll talk to you. He turned around and looked at me and looked me straight in the eye. Nobody else he was staring at in the holding cells, and just me and him making eye contact. And he just looked at me and said, God can't help you now. That you know that I already have you. You belong to me now. But that wasn't the case. So when I got in there, you know what I mean? I started reading the Bible more and more and more. Became this real serious Christian. Fell in love with God. Just listened to my Christian music, you know what I mean? I became stronger and stronger. And as I got to court, the next time I was a different person. So, sorry if I sound a little heartfelt. It was an emotional moment. It was an emotional moment in my life. So, what happened was, they told me that after I did my 4 years in there, they told me that they were going to get me ready for discharge. So, I made a promise to God that the first Sunday I got out, I was getting baptized. I kept my word. First Sunday I got out, went to church, got baptized. Yep. And ever since then, I've been a Christian. And that's many years ago. So that's how I became a Christian. Yeah, but I had to go through some stuff. Everybody got, some people take the long road, some people take the short road. I took the long road. I took the longest road possible, given the man. I was hard-headed, did what I wanted to do, disrespected my family. Even when I got out, people didn't believe I was a Christian. Literally, people did not believe that I was a changed human being. I wasn't the same person. I was a very violent person when I was coming up. Like I said, thank God I never killed anybody, but I was a very, very violent individual. Very quick to pull a gun on somebody. Very, very quick. Very, very violent human being. And eventually, that eventually would have probably gotten me killed. I remember an incident. I can't talk about that too. I can't bring in certain things I can't talk about. But I remember a crackhead saved my life. A lot of you not saved my life by stealing something from me. Never forget that story as long as I live. I'm gonna paint the screen in a few minutes, but never forget that as long as I live. So anyway, at the time I had a lot of jewelry. It's a Run DMC Decade, the big gold ropes, giant 4-finger rings, and all that stuff. I was sporting that stuff, and I had all this gold on me, all this jewelry I was wearing right out in the street. Now, mind you, when you're wearing that kind of jewelry, you can only hang around your people that you trust, because you have your people and they have their people, but you have certain people that you consider your close brothers. Those are the ones you trust the most. Those are the ones that you can sport like that, because if anything happens, they got your back. These are people going to throw it down regardless. If anything happens, they got you. But still in all, you can trust these people within your group. So anyway, that's what I'm with, my crew that day. So I'm out there sporting my jewelry, having fun, walking back to the store. And the thing about the rules about when you wear that kind of jewelry in that kind of neighborhood, you can only go to certain areas that are in your neighborhood. You can't go outside your neighborhood because you run the risk of getting shot or someone killing you. You have to stay within your area where you're in your comfort zone, where everybody knows you in that zone. So anyway, I remember my mom. I went to church on Sunday with her. At the time, I wasn't a Christian at the time, but I went with her anyway down to the church. I go from time to time. I think mainly because the ladies were down there. And I get down to the church, and I heard my dogs. I put my dogs. I had 2 German Shepherds, and I put them in the basement because I didn't want them to tear up my room. And then something told me not to put the dogs away. I don't know why. Just something told me not to do it, but I put them in the basement. So as we're coming back to the house, the dogs are going off like crazy. They're going off. And I run upstairs, and I see this crackhead climb out my window with a pillowcase in his hand. A lot of you not. And I start climbing up on the roof. I go back to grab my gun, run up to go shoot this guy. Before he jumped out to the next roof, he's gone. All my jewelry, gone. Everything gone. Rings, gone. Everything gone. Gone. So, this is where the crackhead saved my life. So, a couple weeks later, somebody came up to me and said, "Yo, Ken, they was gonna murder you for that a couple days ago." I said, "What?" So they don't murder you. Murdered you a couple days ago for your jewelry. The boys down the street that live in my neighborhood, my zone, were gonna kill me for my jewelry, and they were gonna have a girl lure me in, and they were gonna ambush me and kill me, take my items off me, and sell them. So literally, that crackhead down the street just saved my life. So I went back down there to see him because he was scared to death to come on the block because he knew he took my jewelry, knew who it was, and I was going to get him, so and so. So he comes back to the neighborhood, and I buy him dinner. I take him out, buy him food, whatever he wants, so and so, get him new gear, everything like that. He was like, "Well, why you?" I said, "Because you just saved my life." I said, "Usually in a situation, we would have taken care of you, but because of what you did, and I thought about it, they would have killed me." So after that, it taught me to be more humble. I stopped wearing all that jewelry stuff, all that nonsense, man. I started dressing like a white boy. Everyday Joe, turned over kicks, sneakers, jeans, everything. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that kind of nonsense. Advertising like that. That's when I was bold when I was young. But yeah, it saved my life. Because whatever him, I won't be here talking right now. But as I said before, ain't nobody perfect, Everybody, some people try to come up on it on camera and they want to act like they got no skeletons in their closet. Everybody has skeletons in their closet. Some people got freaking graveyards in there. At the end of the day, I'm glad because I gave my life to God that I am not that person anymore. I'm a changed person. I'm happy to be that person. And that's the reason why things in life I've learned that, you don't do this and don't do that. Even if I got into an argument with another Christian, I'm not having words with him. I'll leave that between God. God's the judge and all that. I don't get involved in that. It's between him and God, and I leave it at that. You know what I mean? But other than that, I try to walk a peaceful life as much as possible. I try to be honest and upfront with people as much as possible. I try to do things the right way because where I come from and what I lived through, I try never ever to go back to that world ever again. I want to stay where I'm at with my Lord and Savior, and I'm happy here. So, let's get my screen painted in because I can talk about God all day long. And yes, I will. Yes, I will. All right, so We got all this tapered off real good. We just have to get some other spots here. Can you talk a lot? Yes, I do. My family's the same way. We all like to talk. The chatty caddies and all that good stuff. Like to talk. But yeah, you know, there's some bad stuff in my life go on. I'm happy because, you know, I found God, I got my life together. You know what I mean? Devil had a little power on me. There's some time to time I do some dumb stuff, but he ain't got that power he used to have no more. That's done. I had to do it. Make this a gamer screen. Let's see. Fun with that. Having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. I got it good. I don't know where I would be at, to tell you the truth. I got that song stuck in my head, like the old classic music. I kind of like old classic music. Yeah, when I was a teenager, that was something else, man. That's why, you know, whatever my mom asked for, if my mom asked for something, she gets it. You know why? Because I was a pain in the neck to her. That's what I was. A freaking pain in the neck. She went through all that nonsense for my dumb behind. You know, taking care of me, making sure I had what I needed, and I'm out there acting like an idiot. So, you know, my mother, whatever she needs, she can have. I owe her that. She's a Christian woman. You know, she forgave me for everything that I've done, but still, you know, my mind, I will always go, whoa, yeah. Came out of that chair the hard way. All right, so just making sure that everything is taped down because I don't want no bleed into the wall. So make sure all that's done nicely, you know. Tape this down right here, here, here. Woo. I'm gonna start running another YouTube channel about Christian home theater. You know what I mean? Talk about God and home theater at the same time. I like to talk about the Lord. I tell people, if this bothers you, if it bothers you that I talk about God, if it bothers you, then at the end of the day, you need to find God. If it bothers you. Because it sure enough don't bother the devil. It don't bother him when people talk about God. He just sit there and go, uh-huh, yeah, okay. It don't bother him. He don't care. And I guess it does bother him. When you start preaching about the Lord, he leaves. It does bother him. I forgot what I'm talking about here. I'm sorry, people. It does bother him. Because you mentioned, you prophesy, you say anything in the name of the blood, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, he leaves. He don't like to hear anything about God. So it does bother him. So he has people who do leave. You know, bothers you. Bothers the devil. That you know, the devil don't want to hear anything about God. He definitely don't want to hear anything about God. When people leave the room and they hear a man preaching about the Lord, that just shows you right there. You just went out the door with the devil. And I don't walk side by side with that joker any day. I don't walk side by side with him. Nope. No siree at all. And I can tell you some scary stories, boy, that had your head. True. I'm not talking about, none of that. No, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't really want to talk about it, but I've seen some stuff. Man. Let you know we ain't here by ourselves. Hope you're not in a dark room having this. Just don't pay any money. I'm sorry. But yeah, I've seen some stuff. All right, let's get this painted in. It's going to be a jelly screen. It's going to be huge. All right, so let me get my whatchamacallit hooked up. Just hug the screen. Yes, the screen's going to be gigantic. John J-Mo screen. So we're going to run off this bad boy. Let's run. I can't wait to see the twin mode on this. I got to move my chair out of the way, too. Got to move some stuff around. Chair. Not here. That's one of my chairs. I wish I had a trap for my chair to move around. This is moving pretty good. This up here. Some stuff over here, my chair. Let's see. What are we running through here? PS4. And we have the Xbox Series. And we need twin mode. There we go. Boom, isn't that a pretty sight? Xbox. Both from side by side. It's pretty cool, ain't it? Now you see the freaking latency. See how slow the freaking Xbox loads up compared to the PS4? Yeah. That's why I'm so like, why is the loading time so slow? I'm so used to playing on that system. Look how the loading time is. That's insane. And security protocols on a freaking Xbox One. Come on, man. Really? Seriously? Just go into my system and play? Look at all that security conference code. 897744. What is your checked up? To game, please. I just want a game. What is your checked up? To game, please. I just want a game. Here we go. What, porcupine? Yeah. Porcupine. That's what I said about the venue projectors, the Sony DPL FH36, the Sony DPL FH31, and the FH30. Those projectors have twin mode in them, which means you can do two screens at the same time. So if you got your kids over, right, and you only got one screen, you can actually have them play on both screens at the same time. Now, audio automatically is going to come from this. This is running through HDMI. This is running through the adapter right here. Look at this, HDMI and adapter, both the same, don't they? This is running through the adapter over here. So the adapter on this side has a headphone jack. Make sure you get the headphone jack on your adapter. So that way he can plug his headsets up and he can listen to his gaming with his headsets, while the other one can play basically with the sound or however he wants to do it. Yeah. That's an AC on. That's why I did this. I didn't think I had an AC hooked up in here. Get some gamer paint. Alright. Am I going to put anything down the floor? Nah, not really, to tell you the truth, because I'm pretty much painted this too many times to know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm good. Now my rollers I'm using are cheap rollers. Don't buy anything expensive. For what? You don't need expensive rollers. This roller there. Alright. Just going to start off right here. Let's get my edges. Heat wave, tropical heat wave. Let's get my edges first. Way across. Oh, yeah. Oh shoot, I just smacked my ceiling fan with a freaking whatchamacallit. Let me probably bring you back there, that's better. There you go. Now I'm getting my edges. The areas I like to saturate, which is my corners. Make sure my pants are up, because no one wants to see paint or crack, including me. Hit the light switch to the paint over our light switch right now. All right, we got the corners done real quick. All right, saturate those corners. Come here, go this way. What am I doing here? This one right here. There we go. Makes my job a little easier. Corner down. You don't see me on camera because I'm down low. Whoa, Jack. Basically, putting in, making this up a little better at the bottom. Down low. Time. Why do you always want to talk about God all the time? Why? Why? Every time I talk to you, man, you always want to talk about God. God. I never realized how good God was. That's why you want to talk about God all the time, because God is good. That's why. Somebody's good, you want to talk about him all the time. They're good. They're good. I just want to go on with mom like that. Why? Why do you want to talk about everything? Everything's for you about God this and God that. What do you talk about is God this and God that? Everything. Why does everything got to involve God? Nobody wants to talk about God. Nobody wants to talk about God until you sit on an airplane and when your wings pop off, your plane is plummeted to the earth, then you want to talk about God. Oh, you catch your interest now. Now you want to talk. You talk about everything that day. I hope you survived that incident. Plenty of time for talking then. Then again, maybe God might not want to talk to you now. Think about that. You might want to say, you know what? Yeah, I'm busy. I'm doing something else. I'll get back with you later on. How about that? Nope, I don't think about that part. We never do. We're all like that. We're all selfish creatures. We're all like that. When we always talk about the people that are not saved, but the people are saved. Yeah, people are saved too. They too. I don't exclude anybody. I don't sit there and go, oh, well, I'm just going to talk about people that are not saved. I'm not talking about people that are not saved. People that are saved know better. They know better. Like them preachers going out stealing from other people from the church. That is wrong. I watch some of that stuff. I'm like, how in the world do you do this? How do you get up in the morning and steal from God? Knowing that at nighttime you can say, you know what, your heart don't work anymore. And your heart doesn't work anymore. How do you do this? How? Craziness, man. Freaking craziness. You can steal from a Christian so you can go and drive around in a fancy vehicle and have how do you do that? You got people out there that did their very last. Their very last for what they have. You know, and you're sitting up there driving in some fancy. That's ain't all preachers, but you know the ones I'm talking about. People who do that. And you drive around some fancy vehicle and someone's giving their last to you, hoping that you can give them away. Let me tell you something at the end of the day, people. No man can get you closer to God but yourself. When you get on your knees and you pray, you're closer to God than any preacher will ever get you. Right there from the door. Right there from the door. And God will hear you. Any preacher sits there and tells you that, oh, you got to go through me to go through God, he's a liar. That's what he is. He's a liar. Anyone can pray to God. Anyone. You don't need somebody to usher you in. Somebody already did that already. His name is Jesus Christ. He hung on the cross for you. Yeah, he did that. So you can have the opportunity to go to heaven. If anybody tells you that I'm the way through, they're not the way through at all. Because a true preacher wouldn't tell you that. A true preacher wouldn't tell you that. If you try to drive you on the path to find your way, he's not going to tell you that. I saw this one deposition on this one preacher, boy. He's something else, boy. He was something else. Boy, this man was stealing money left and right. You might have saw him on YouTube. Heavyset guy, little balding in the front with curly hair. I saw the money that man was blowing on other people. He spent like $30,000 in suits, $5,000 in Louis Vuitton belts, $5,000 in a belt. You know how many people you could have fed with $5,000 and you're wearing that around your waist? That's sad. That's sad. But don't worry. You know, people think, oh, He got away with it. No, you don't get away with it. You don't get away with it. You don't. Got to answer for it at the end of the day. Got to answer for it. What's the controller for this thing? It's dark on this side. How do you even wire attach something that you can't fit the phone? There you go. But anyway, at the end of the day, you don't get away with it. You never do. Got to answer for it. Sad thing about it is when they answer for it, it's going to be forever. It ain't something like they're going to be a short answer for it. Because when you see God's face, that means your time is up. That means you now are going to be going through purgatory and hell for the rest of your life. And that's where you're going to be at. That's the scary part about it. Forever. Forever. That's it. Forever. Ain't no breaks, no in between, none of that. Forever. Eternity. Forever. The reason why we can't concept that because we die. Our lives are short. You know. We're like dust in the wind. You know what I mean? We're only here for a moment, gone. You know what I mean? We can't comprehend forever. But that's what happens. When you pass on to that next world, you're in there forever. So, you know, I don't get these people who know this. And they know of God. They read the Bible. They know of God. They know these things. But yet you steal from them. Wow. You know? I heard someone probably say to me one time, it was like, I don't give my money to the church because the church will steal. And, you know, not everybody's like that. Not all churches are like that. I've seen some good churches. Some real big churches out there, you know. Some real big churches, you know. People that love the Lord and they want to get back to the community and stuff like that. There are good people out there and you got bad people out there. You got a little of everything. That's how it is in life, you know. But, you know, you can't judge all churches the same. I can walk into a church and the Lord says, hey, give him some money, I give him money. Because at the end of the day, I'm not worried about you stealing from God. That's not my job. My job is to do what God tells me to do. My God tells me to go give you money, I give you money. At the end of the day, that's between you and God. Now, if you decide to take that money and spend it on something that you shouldn't be spending it on, that's between you and him. You got to answer for that. So at the end of the day, I did what I was supposed to do. I listened to my Lord, he told me what to do. That's what I did. Give him the money. You decide you want to take that money and you want to spend it your way, and how you want to spend it, then that's between you and God. That's what you're going to have to deal with. Let me get this stand out of the way so I can get over here a little better. That's what you're going to have to deal with. I don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to know, but don't need that. I forgot to get on the good side. Not on that side. I don't want no part of that. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Do-do-do. Was caught you in the stand at the same time. Okie dokie. Yeah. I would love to see another BioShock come out. Oh, I love BioShock so much. I would love to see another one come out. That would be amazing to see another BioShock come out. Another BioShock would be so cool. Maybe one day I'll do it. So I guess, whew, just bumped the daylights out of my projector. Had it set just right. I'll figure it out later on. So, I'm watching on Amazon, looking at these PS4s drop a little bit. They had them on there when they first came to like $1,700, $1,800. Now they're like $1,100. Still not gonna buy one at $1,100. My main concern is how many of those first boxes that were bought and used Scott for Scott has defects in them. That's my main concern, because I sure want to make sure that Something goes wrong with my system, I can get it repaired. I can go repair it, give me another one. So I want you to replace me for one for the first edition. The first model that came out, I don't want that one. I want the whatchamacallit, you know, you talk about the first ones that come out, they're buggy. And then after that, you have the other ones that come out that are not so buggy, so they fix all the problems. Well, the problem you have with that is the fact that all the new edition systems were brought up by scalpers. So those are the new edition models that are going to be coming out. And if they release those, you find them here at Amazon and eBay. So if you get one of those, you run the risk of getting one of those little colorful bugs that might pop up. So I don't know how to go about that one right there, to tell you the truth. And I don't want to spend that kind of money. First of all, I'm not spending that kind of money for a system. They're on Amazon now. I see that still on Amazon right now. Amazon, since I've seen them. With Amazon, you probably have a guarantee. You got a guarantee with Amazon if something goes wrong. But can I get the parts for it, you know? That's my main concern. Can I get the parts for it? I mean, this side over here, I got to do by hand because not by hand. I can't do it with the electrical column. I don't have enough reach there. That's the stick. I think I may be cheating going a little bit. I do apologize if I am. I just want the EBGs out of my projector over there. But I can get it set back in right again. Oh man, Mother Jerry's toast. Urgh. Oh, that don't suck. Off the side of a wall. That's better. This is love, as I wait that's the evening. Yep, I need to make a change in life. Try not to be cursing at me. Yep. A little bit of pain on my throat, not bad. Oh shoot, turn my water off. And if you say, what's the difference, curator? That is the slate, and that right there is, that's the slate, and that's the other one. That's the gamer. Which is the spot I missed over by my light socket. Just keep running, painting over the light socket. Woo! I missed a couple of spots in here, definitely see that. roller back on here. It doesn't take much. This stuff has really good coverage. So, yeah, about 2 quarts. 2 quarts. Knock this out, 2 quarts. Let's see what's going on. See if we can get a make sure I got my area in. So I need to go over it twice, just in case anytime I paint a screen over 120 inches, I kind of like to go over it again twice to make sure I didn't miss any spots, because it is a pretty big screen, just so you know. Pretty big screen, so that's me hitting my light switch. Let me bring you guys back here so I can have a little bit more room in here when I move back and forth. I don't want to bump the sand at the same time. I have some room here. Let me see what I do here. The question. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to start this one up for many people. I'm just going to make sure 100%. I'm not showing anything. I'm not trying to pants tight up a little better here. You don't want to see that on camera. I don't want to see that on camera. I just a little bit better. There we go. That feels better to me. And we still got to paint the silver screen next. Got a silver screen to paint in the theater room. I forgot I had a big mirror underneath there. Paint that one next. Yeah. So I don't understand that part here. People stealing in the church and everything else. Yep. Saying everything and anything just to get more members, take more money. Don't get it, don't understand, don't know why. God hasn't given you enough. Gotta have more. That greed, dangerous thing. You don't need all that stuff. You take it with you anyway. You know that stuff for. Like I said, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And they want to give up their worthy possessions. They don't want to give them up. This is what I like to do. Any excess paint that I have, I have to get that all off. I don't want to give up their worldly possessions. Possessions become their gods. That's what their gods really comes their gods. And those gods. Somebody killed themselves that night. Seen that? The stock market crash. I'm doing some research on the stock market crash. Show themselves some money. Got buy windows and everything. Murder themselves because they can't be rich. Money is everything. Money's not everything. Money helps, but it's not everything. Now, some people may prefer when they watch this video that I'm just going to mute it. It's up to you. You know, if you want to mute it, you want to hear me talk about God, that's understandable. It's understandable, but you know, each his own. You know, you mute it and then basically go on and watch the way you want to watch it. What I do. Right here. Not getting here too good. Good. I went back over the second time. I did go over the second time. Area's going to be definitely missed. I definitely don't want to go in this place. All right. Check over it real quick. See areas I might have missed in here. Got my areas, my corners done real good. Start yanking the tape off. That's what I did, yanking off tape then. The areas not done that well. I'm like, oh, gotta do that again. Got my areas good here. Done. I gotta clean my floor down right now. I got a little paint on my floor. A little bit, not much. Alright, let me get this stuff downstairs. And now, I'm going to scrub my floor down a little bit here because it is getting a little messy. It is getting a little messy. Not by much. Alright. And then, we'll be good to go. Alright, so grab me a fan downstairs. I'm cracking Jackson on this one. So we got to do over here. The outlets over here. What about over here? Is anything over here popping off? Yeah, let's see. I gotta stuff the floor down real quick. So I went upstairs, go to my work area, got another pair of pants to paint in because carrying the paint pail, I smeared paint all down the side of my pants. Like, pants are inside out. Oh, wow. I'll be back. I put my pants on inside out. Woo! Man, you put on cargos, you don't know exactly which side you have on. Like, I just put my pants on inside out on camera. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right. What's going on over here? Where is the... Oh, what is this? All right. Drying up. I have any sound bars hooked up, so it's no sound. Anytime these screens go on, they always go on dark, they dry light. What am I doing? Shoot, my painter's tape off quick. Next thing I do is go through that crap, that sucker drying on me. Oh man, you ever never pulled off dry painter tape? It's a pain in the neck. Alright, come on, let's go. Obviously, I don't know why you're attaching myself to my light so well. You did it before, now you're going to attach. There's lights really well. Let's come off to that. Things are forever to go up. I'll see what's the matter with my lights. Oh man, really? That just happened a few minutes ago. All right, so apparently, me taking my lights off, they married to my my original lights, and the original lights came up with it. So seriously, frog tape. Gotta chill. Doing too much. Doing too much. So let me get up here to make sure this whole thing doesn't rip out. I just nearly took out my LED lights, which pretty easy fix. I can put it back in, no problem, but frog tape is doing too much. Okay. Jump off my screen while I'm doing this. I just gotta retake those down, that's all. Frog tape is just doing too much. Doing the job, it's doing too much. Got a little frog tape here I'm just trying to remove off real quick. It's working too well. It's working too well. that. And I'm going to show you a cool little trick. I got to use some white paint. I don't need white paint here. But I'm going to show you a cool trick. Now usually, sometimes, the frog tape will bleed a little bit through. See how we got this? Oh shit, my phone's about to die. Hold on a minute. Let me get a battery. Get out of the charger real quick. Just gonna do a touch-up real quick. Alright, I had to go get my charger real quick. Now, sometimes you may have some issues with the frog tape. May have bleed through a little bit. It's an easy fix. We'll come back and do that because I got to go order some white paint today to do that because like I said, I don't have any white paint downstairs. So I'll show you that real quick up close. The outlet's wet. I'm going to get electrocuted in the morning. We don't need that. Oh, yeah. I love how you're trying to charge your phone and you're trying to jab the thing into the freaking outlet. You got it right the first time, it doesn't go in. You switch it around, it doesn't go in. Turn around, it goes back in. Like what the freak. So anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but we'll let the battery charge a little bit and I'll show you. Sometimes you get a little bit where the frog tape will bleed out a little bit, where actually some paint will get in and it'll bleed out outside the line. So all you have to do is just basically, when you paint your screen, just take the frog tape and just basically go along the top edge of the screen. Just go around the edge of it. Go that part right there, take that off, and then you paint it with some white and blend it in. Disappears. That's the fastest way to do it. I made my lights back in here, but for some reason frog tape had an issue with my lights. Are like, nah man, you're coming off the surface, man. You're coming off the surface. Put these back in. And this is frog tape. Just locate my stuff. Thank you. I know that went downstairs. Did I bring anything upstairs? Probably not, knowing me. I never bring anything upstairs that I need. Well, my fan needs to be on. This thing's alright. That'd be nice. Man, I'm glad I saw my cat downstairs, man. My biggest fear is my cat likes to be on camera. So my biggest fear is my cat coming up and rubbing against the screen. That's my biggest fear. But now he's downstairs chilling. Down there fighting with his fish. Got one of those fish that jump around. The battery packs in it. He likes that thing so much. Going bachelor right now. It's in bachelor. In bachelor mode. Had to grab me a sound bar. Which control is that? We're still wet. Screen's still soaked. I just dropped like two heavy coatings on this screen. So we're still soaking wet. Those lines you're seeing right there are all wet. The lights at the bottom, I gotta fix it. Frog, take this out. This out. Control this. Just keep track of something.
Overdrive. Select a vehicle.
Oh, the gas guzzler.
Interceptor.
That vehicle takes so much to keep it charged.
Boost and rush to earn points for your team.
Already getting some in the morning. Already getting some in the morning. That car's heavy. What are you talking about that car? It's heavy on what? It does the damage. Yeah. That's right. Take it. Got the weight.
Takedown.
The most precious I got so far. Come on, buddy. Crush right on top of your car. Oh, missed him. I get you. Thank you, buddy. Oh, no, no, no.
3,
2, 1, go!
was coming. I had too many cars. That was definitely coming. And he was blazing too. Yeah, I wasn't hitting that.
Fuel will be wasted. Get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Really? All up against the tree, right? Oh, enforcement. So I got an enforcement here. I want to take that. Your side, buddy.
You win.
Oh, there's some marbles in. Good chair. Good chair. Really? Oh, come on. Another George. Oh, chair. I'm trying to get my chair out and it's caught between my recliner and the fan. So you're watching the screen dry and it's right in front of you. That's what I like doing the paint on demonstrations. Paint and dry demonstrations. Then we get a chance to see the screen. We're gonna keep these lights on for the marble. I like these marble lights. Woohoo! If the flash just came off. That thing just flashed. I'm still getting used to this. I haven't had a chance to play through all these lights yet. The screen just flashed. I know my neighbors across me are like, what in the world is going on over there? Alright, we're going through some battle. Definitely do some RT. Like, when do you have time to enjoy? I never get a chance to enjoy all my screens. Never get a chance. I haven't really had a chance to get to that retro part yet.
In the beginning and the end.
Yeah. I'm gonna try this guy.
Rocket Raccoon.
Oh.
Who will prevail?
I hear the flashes in between. I didn't even notice that. That's cool.
How can I be a hypocrite if good people do not exist?
Surrender now, or I won't be held responsible when you get hurt. Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight!
Oh, I blocked the wrong way!
You cannot withstand. So we'll fight this battle to the end.
Oh, it was dirty! Go in there, please.
Be engulfed by the darkness. Now time still.
Ah, man, boy, my favorite.
You shall live on as part of me.
So that gamer paint is dark, it can absorb in all the lights, so all the neon lights in the environment will be absorbed into the screen, and the screen will push through the image. It's an ambient light rejection technology. Now you see the paint starting to dry, it's going to get brighter and brighter and brighter. Colors are going to get more and more vivid.
Only one team will be left standing.
And I got another Christie 501 coming in pretty soon. These things on Christie projectors look amazing. I'm using this on a Sony DPL FA30, which cost me $300.
I assure you, I won't betray you. But it is here.
I'm not getting paid for this. You're a freebie. Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight. Good.
shall live on this part of me.
And there's some lights. So it has some of these lights over here.
The battle begins.
I'm gonna do more of these. That should be good.
How can I be an hypocrite if good and evil do not exist?
He that hath no fear is less than a man. Who will come out on top? Ready. Fight. Good.
No need for attacking the flesh.
Miss on that one.
Yes.
You shall live on this part of me.
Who will prevail?
See how clean the menu looks? Sorry about that. Pop to the store. See how clean the menu looks in the store. Nice and bright colors. That's what you want. Ooh, they have a sale on August. Let's jump into that next. This is why I had to paint the screen the gamer paint. That's why. Gamer's colors are freaking insane. They might have a sale. I'm gonna check that out. Camera over here. I'll get into my focus a little bit. Oh, I need to clean my lens a little bit. The lens is weird on the front. Yep. what I want.
Country music is bringing the heat. The CMA Summer Jam. The hottest stars let
Y'all, contrast is everything. You like great screens they got there, especially if it's not a Phoenix Silver. If it's not a Phoenix Silver, it ain't worth buying. I'm gonna paint a Phoenix Silver today on glass. We're gonna do contrast demonstrations only off that surface. That's why I said contrast is everything. We got this super jet black screen. We're gonna bring upstairs today. Get to wait to play around with that for a little bit. Haven't done the black screen in a while. That jealousy comes in that people. I got people on my channel that subscribe to me just to hate on me. It's sad. That's how sad it is. And you got people want to make me be something that I'm not, or this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, it comes down to jealousy. I can come in here, paint a screen on the wall, no time at all, have some fun, talk about scripture, talk about my personal life. Not even nervous to paint the screen. I'm doing it on live, relaxed as can be, because I have confidence in my product. Paint it up, boom. Screen comes up, you're seeing white levels, contrast, colors. You watch the screen dry right in front of you. And then the very same people basically are mad over that, because I don't know what you're mad about, to tell you the truth. At the end of the day, I'm just coming out here doing my job. That's what I'm doing. So you're mad because I come out here and I work hard every day, or I'm up early in the morning, or working harder than the next man. What is it? And like I said, at the end of the day, it could very come down to the color of my skin. And I told you that. There's not a lot of people in my profession that do what I do. Go look it up. See if you can find how many African Americans do what I do. It's not a lot of them. It's not a lot, I can tell you that much. Not a lot. I might be the only one, I'm not sure. But I'm just check and find out, because I tried myself. If there's anybody else in my color that did it. And there's not a lot of people that do it. So yeah, I get met with a lot of crazy stuff. Like I said, people like that is nothing new, because I'm used to hearing it. I've been in this business for a long time. If something like that bothered me to the point, oh my goodness, I would never be where I'm at right now. I've heard it all. So yeah, it's just that I come out here and I do this for those who just are like that. Like, if that's your problem, that's your thing, then guess what, buddy boy? I'm not going anywhere. If anything, I'm about to get bigger than this, way bigger than this. are a lot bigger than this. Because the same demonstration you're watching right now is the same demonstration that's being painted up in one of those big, huge, massive studios where they got these $1 million investors sitting there staring at my technology, and they're doing the same thing I just did right here. Mine's not all the talking. Now they paint that screen and hit that with a projector, and that screen blasts on like that. What do you think's going to happen at the end of the day? I'm going to sit up there with thousands and thousands of orders, and my contracts are going to keep jumping, because every time somebody comes and see this, they contact me directly and go, hey, look, we want to do business with you, so and so and so. But I'm loyal to my contract with the fellow I have no interest in doing business with any other company but him and the 2 other people I'm signed on to. And that's it. But you have to be at the back of your product. You know what I mean? You have to be at the back of your product. So, you know, if your product don't work, it don't work, and if it does, it does at the end of the day. But like I said, it doesn't bother me when people come on and act like that, because at the end of the day, I know I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? My technology, when I said it's powered by God, it's powered by God, and you're watching it right there live. You just gotta work harder. What you gotta do? You gotta work harder. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy job at all. It's not an easy job. But it's worth it. And what are you doing after this, Mr. Bird? You gotta go downstairs and mix like 40 gallons of paint. I lie to you not. 40 gallons. Dude, I get a 2-week grace period on this. Anytime I got a contract and I gotta mix that much paint, they gotta at least give me a week to get this done. A week or 2 to get done. Ooh. Man, but thank God I got a machine down there to do it. That's the beautiful thing about it. I love that machine. Then it pulls to the black. See, that's what I'm talking about. Gray screen can't do that. They can't do that. When you see that image pulls out to that black like that and comes to life, oh man, that's why they're using this thing right now. They're doing a virtual room, and the objects are designed to push to the black and come to life. Can't do that with a gray screen. Can't. Even the Silver Phoenix that we make has an amazing contrast capabilities, but it can't do what a darker screen can do. The Gamer Paint is a dark purple. So it's so dark, it kind of comes off looking like it's black, but it's an actual dark purple. When the guy was painting it over, he said, your stuff is purple. I said, yeah, it is purple. It's like a really dark purple. If you stand in front of it, it turns dark because it has that shifting technology, that contrast shifting technology you put into the blue screen, so the screens come up dark. Yeah, it has the same technology in it to be able to feed those contrast levels. So the image looks like it's coming to life. All right, well, we got about 4 containers left downstairs on the kitchen table, and I think 8 quarts. If you're gonna paint the screens inside, you definitely need a gallon to do it. No, I'm sorry, this is for 2 quarts. This is 151. 150 is 2 quarts. I still got half a gallon left, which I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna paint that on next. I want to do lights out for those who want to see lights out too also. There we go. This is no 4K, old 2012 projector I got off of Amazon. That's off eBay for 300 bucks. That's it. You don't have to spend a lot of money. No calibrating, none of that. You know, don't go through all that nonsense. Like these demonstrations, the demonstrations really let you appreciate contrast levels, white levels and contrast levels at the same time. You need white levels to get the colors to pop up high enough, and the contrast to keep it dark. Spending money for a $3,000 or $4,000 projector. Go get yourself a used one. What you spend all that money for? For what? The screen does all the work. That's the whole thing about the technology. The screen does all the work. I buy I buy old relic projectors all the time. Because the screen does all the work. I don't have to worry about being 4,000 to 1 contrast, or if it's 4K, if it's 720p, or none of that. Don't worry about that. The screen does all the work. Same thing with the lights on. Reacts the same way. So you're watching the screen go dark and then activate its white levels and contrast levels at the same time. Man, when I was out there running the streets carrying on, I tell you, someone told me, hey, Mr. Berg, you're coming to a time of your life where you're going to become a Christian and you're going to develop high-tech screen paint. And I was like, yeah, lost your freaking mind. And here I am, 53 years old, sitting here, watching God's technology unfold in front of me. It all started from basically getting locked up and getting that Bible. That Bible my mother gave to me changed my life. Gave me a whole new life. Tell you guys, it's amazing. I like that demonstration. That was a nice one too. Charged up. I can move around a little bit. Show you my angle gains on the screen, which I like to do. I love the gamer. People ask me, what's your favorite? Well, that Professional Black is insane. That Professional Black is crazy dark. I like that. The gamers like because of the colors. Colors on the gamer is amazing. If I'm watching movies, well, it's like I'm on black screens. The dark slate, that's what I'm usually on. If I want to be outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when I watch a football game, that's invisible technology. That's where I'll be at with that technology. And if I'm basically gaming, this is where I'm going to be at, on the gamer paint. Now we're going to be working on next. We got another project coming up for the gamer technology. We have well, actually, it's two things we're working on. One of the things is we do have another blackout cloth surface coming out. The other blackout cloth surface didn't do too well for some reason. It does not marry well to that particular surface, so that one had to be scrapped. But like I said, when God opens up, when one door shuts, another one opens, we got another surface coming through. And this surface, it looks to be very, very, very promising. This is going to be a very affordable screen we're going to be developing. And then, like I said, it's going to be incredible. I get a chance, I'm going to build a couple of screens out of it, what we have coming in. But like I said, it won't be here for another, maybe today or tomorrow, and we'll do some demonstrations off the new blackout cloth that's coming out. Now, as for this one, this is the gamer. Y'all know that's the gamer blackout cloth. That is front and rear technology, which I love about that screen, 150 inch. We're going to be doing some demonstrations outside. So as I get me another one of these scaffold units right here, I'm going to get a heavy duty one. They're easy to lock in. If you're worrying about your scaffold blowing over outside, get yourself a couple of heavy sandbags and drop them around the corners, around the sides, and it's not going anywhere. I'll show you a demonstration on that. So the surface we have that's coming out is designed for that scaffold system. It's designed to give you, so you can't have light penetrating to the screen, because these are rear screens. You don't want all light penetrating through. But anyway, as I said before, we're going to have a surface design that's going to actually be attached to those scaffolds. Now, if I can get the background drop stands for cheaper, I'll try to see if I can. If I can get a wholesale, maybe I can package them with them. You can get the stand and with the surface at the same time. Nice little portable system set up. That's what we're working on right now. That's what I wanted to do with the first one, but like I said, the surface wouldn't marry to the product wouldn't marry to the surface, and that's what we want to do. We want to set something up where we can give you the stand and we can give you the screen in one package kit at a very affordable price. That's what we're working on right now. So this surface is going to be somewhere, it's going to be big. It's going to be 60 inches. It's like 5 feet by 8 feet. So it's a pretty good size. And then we can get a bigger size than that, probably somewhere between 8 feet by probably 12 feet. So those are two big surfaces we're going to have, and that will allow you to customize, cut the material. And you see those, what you call it, those clips. We're going to add in the clips. The clips will allow you to be to stretch it nice and tight to the screen. Which is interesting about this surface because this surface is not even stapled down to a frame. It's clipped to a frame, and that's how flat the surface lays. And the surface we're going to be using, all the surfaces we like to use are memory surfaces, surfaces that we can basically fold up, put into a shipping mailer, and you can take it out and stretch it flat enough that an ultra short though will reflect off that with no problem whatsoever. So that's what we're looking to do. So we're going to have a deluxe kit, and the deluxe kit will come with the frame and will come with the screen. That's what we're working on. It's completely portable. I'll do one on camera where I'll put it together and take it apart. It comes with a carry-on bag, the whole 9 yards. Take it to a friend's house, set it up, have a movie theater night over there, take it down, whatever you want to do it. So let's see. Sandbags not included, just let you know. But you can get some sand or some bags. I'm gonna carry bags. We always just carry a couple bags and a couple sandbags home. You can always drop dirt in there. Then you gotta be sand, put a couple rocks in there. As long as you got something to tie down, that thing doesn't rot back before you're good on that one. All right, let's do one more, and then we're already done. I gotta get ready. I gotta start making product downstairs for a few things. So we need to get that done. And it's time to feed my cat. And I don't want people getting offended. My cat's name is Taco. That's the name of my cat. I didn't pick it, didn't choose it. Just happened to say Taco, and the cat responded to it. And I'm like, well, it started off to be Kitty Kaboom before I found out it was a male cat. Because I told you a story behind that, if you know anything about animals, female dogs and male dogs usually have bigger heads. Well, no, the females have smaller heads, the males have big heads. This cat's got a head the size of a tennis ball. Now, he's a tiny little head. So I'm thinking like, man, he definitely got to be a female. So he got the name Kitty Kaboom. Went out and bought him all this pink stuff. Didn't realize when the cat was on top of the sofa licking himself, I'm like, it's a dude. So I had to get rid of all the pink stuff, give it to a friend of mine who has a cat. She got a whole bunch of free stuff, by the way. And then I turned around and bought everything all over again, and gray and different colors for him. And then now he got the name Taco. He just answered the name Taco. I was in the house doing something stupid, and I was like, Mr. Taco. And he just popped up and started meow. So that's his name. So all my friends know his name is Taco. They think it's a kick. They think it's funny. They just want it for Halloween while I dress him up like a taco. Yes, I will. I'm sending pictures out to my friends. He's a cool dude. You see him in front of the camera all the time. He's I call him Bob the electrician because he likes to pull up my wires and cables. And that's when this light's not working. Ooh, turn out the lights under my chair. Don't like when my screens don't work. Bob the electrician. That's basically about it. But like I said, it's a shame I got to start my morning with a whole bunch of foolishness. You know what I mean? That's why I said we don't pay me mind, and something like that I have to address. When people are trying to make a serious accusation, is that as foolish as it may be, but unfortunately it's one of the things you have to go through in business. Well, we're done with this screen right here. I'm going to go downstairs and get me a bowl of cereal, and then watch some cartoons as I usually like to do, and then I got to go downstairs and process more orders. And then we're going to paint in the Silver Phoenix today. We're going to paint the Silver Phoenix into the mirror downstairs in the theater room, which is going to be freaking sick. I love the Silver Phoenix. I do love that screen paint. I mean, like I said, I am not a big fan of the light gray screen paints, but this is a silver screen and not gray. And it is different from any of the screen you've ever seen before. We had to make sure if we were going to go down the road of designing a silver screen, this light, it had to be able to beat some serious records, and that screen beat 11 certified screens, and half of those were gunmetals. But if you want, go type in my YouTube channel, Silver Phoenix, test demonstrations, and you'll see all of them pop up under that screen. Everybody was afraid to do the Starfield demonstration, not that screen. So I'm gonna get me I want to do when I finally leave from here, I want to see if I can get myself a mirror probably about 120 inches, and I want to paint one in there. I like the fact that we see my reflection in the screen at the same time, and it's freaking cool. Let's do this one a little bit.
What will you design today? Start designing for free at canva.com.
Right now.
See what scholarships you qualify for. Find your purpose at gcu.edu/myoffer.
Let's go back a little bit. Get some colors in there. I That's why I've been selling so many. I sell a lot of gallons. Oh my goodness. A majority, most of my orders are 2 gallons and 1 gallon because they're painting the entire wall with these things. And I can see why. I can see why. Because I have 3 projectors that run off this screen. So we have the Sony, and we have the projector, which is the 235.1. The 235.1 runs off the top area. Excuse me. The Sony runs at the bottom. Excuse me. Burped a couple of times. And the Sony runs in twin mode, which means I can play one screen here, one screen here, and one at the top. And then we got the short throw NEC that fills out the whole screen, majority most of the screen. We used to that demonstration too. So there were 3 projectors run off this one screen. And I like that because I can go switch out anything I want. If I don't want to do 235.1, I can switch back to 16.9 or 16.10. I love it. They're making video walls. Pretty much that's what it is. It's a massive video wall. Come out of here for a minute. Where are you at? Let me see. Run the Xbox for a little bit. You Xbox fanboys out there. What you got there? I got some good games on there. I gotta figure out what games I have on here. Alright, I did boost up, right? We did. Let me see what we got. Frequency out of range. We had a range. Really? Are you kidding me? Did I just not run a PS4 through this one socket and it picked up? It's telling me the Xbox One is out of range? Man, what are the problems this thing has? Alright, let's figure out what's going on with this dude here. Out of range. That's weird. Hold on. So if I put this through my VGA HDMI converter, see what happens. See if this thing picks up. Let me see. Where's my remote control? Range. Won't pick up. That's weird. And the PS4 picked up with no problem. Alright, it's going to twin mode. Let's see where we're at on this one. Alright, we're in B. So we're in B. We gotta go over to B in order to pick up the full screen mode. Not available. Let's come out of twin mode. And let's bring it up on B. There we go. So we get the whole full pull up. Oh man, just find something interesting. So for some reason, it's out of frequency when it basically goes to an HDMI port on a Sony VPO-F830. You're gonna have to run it through an adapter to pick up, which I'm glad I have my adapter here. So unplug this. What's in here? And there's some sound for our Xbox. Where in the world is my controller? Over here. See if we got any sound. Oh, we're running this through optical, aren't we? Huh. It is running through optical. What's the optical line running anyway? Why? I have the optical line running to the back of the screen. That does not need to be there because I'm running only PC through there. So I have to be able to run sound through this right here. Let me see. What do we have right here? Let's see. We have some outputs. Let's run all optical only. Alright. Let's see what I have to do here. So I'm going to have to get behind the back of my screen, remove the optical outlet out the back of that because we have 2 lines running from there. And run this one to the back of this right here in order to get sound. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I forgot to unplug the optical outlets in the back of my soundbar. I got to go do that right now. So I'll be back. Should have removed it a long time ago when I got back in the first time. And I got the PC running through this one. I hate moving this one. I had it just right. Just right. Just right. Off of here. Go to the optical. Bear with me. Trying to get my sound bar back to where it was at. There we go. Sound bar's back in. Smashed it to begin with. I wasn't thinking. A piece of that. This line. Yeah. Perfect. Didn't move it too much to get perfect. Oh, come on. Don't tangle around my feet. Please. Don't like snagging this thing down. Very screen comes flat down. All right, that's what I did wrong. Okay, so let me go. I got this pull through real quick. We'll grab all this stuff right here. Let's see, that's running from the PC. Where's the output? Output for the Xbox. All right, perfect. All right, we got sound. This is why I don't do wire management, because I'm constantly moving stuff back and forth through here all the time. I'm just going to get some pipes, slap them against the wall, and then have some so I can just drop wires in there. When I need to get to something, I can just snap stuff and put stuff back together. All right, so let me see what we got to do with this. This should be easy. All right. Let me see what I can do here. Okay. That should be it. Yep, that's it, that fixed it. So, my optical line was running through the back of this right here, which I gotta straighten this screen up now, because this screen's off. So I locked. Alright, so that was running back here. Alright, that was running back here. So now we got it switched up front now. So now we have everything up here now. Alright, cool. Let's go play the Xbox a little bit. We sign off. See what this looks like on here. Let's see what games we got on here. I gotta put my flash drive in because I got any more room. I'm not familiar with the dashboard. I got to take the time to basically learn the dashboard, but I don't know the dashboard all that well. Let me see if I can get in some games here. Global conflict. I'll have to download more games on here. Let me just do this one. I'm going to do Marvels again. Sorry, people. This was running the entire time, which I forgot. Play one game on here, and I'm gonna switch over to my PC because I'm dying to see that game I'm trying to get my hands on. Let's see what that looks like. My screen bugs me. My screen bugs me. It's just mighty different.
I shall fight. Zero.
Rush.
Only one team will be left standing.
See, remember the loading time? That's why. Loading time is longer on the Xbox One than it is on the PS4. PS4 has faster loading time.
Show me your skill. He that hath no beard is less than a man.
Here we go. I like both systems. I'm a
Who will
daylight
come out
sound.
on top? Ready.
Down all the cables for this.
Fight! Now let you again! Fire! Down! Counter! Stay back!
Still.
Stand back! Rise, go! Good! Oh, this! Yes!
Target destroyed. Turning the base.
What's that? What's your download over here? My category. What we got here? What did we download?
Fight! Fry!
Not a lot of good games. We got to get some more games. I'm gonna bring my hard line in. I'm just gonna take my Xbox off out of here, take it downstairs, I'm just in the office, hook it up to the hard line, and just download a bunch of games. That's what I have to do. And basically, I got I'm gonna have to get some more memory. That's basically about it. That's what I'm gonna do with that. See, that works out just perfectly. That looks nice. All right, well, I'm probably later on today. I'm gonna be doing some demonstrations off this screen too. So we got this one to do off a demonstration because this is already on the website now. That's selling, and this is the Gamer Paint, which is already completed, already done onto the screen. I gotta clean this mess. It was messy thing too bad in here. Next, the trash that came in the hallway. We are going to be working on the this is going to be my Japanese anime movie theater, which we're going to be working on next. So you can see I already changed my curtains out. They're done. I got the doorway curtains coming. I got something pretty cool for doorway curtains. I'm going to put a massive, they have these rugs, they have these anime designs all over them. I'm going to do one for the floor, nice rug. We're going to be doing the baby paint is selling black because I want to put in a Starfield light display in the ceiling, which will be pretty cool. I saw something where they got the light fixtures that look like the moon. I want to put one right there, like a nice glowing moon right there. Maybe a starry ceiling with the moon. That'd be pretty cool for here. And then I have some other things we're going to be working on here. So there's going to be a lot of changes going back and forth in this room. Yeah, wire management is definitely going to have to be a must in here. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with this wall right here, but it's gonna be something pretty cool. Some art displays and stuff like that. Art displays here. Now, from where the screen's gonna be at, I'm gonna put short curtains here, red curtains here, some small thin ones here, and short curtains at the bottom. That'll hide my sound bar and equipment down there, but the lights will still be on display. We'll put a couple of nice trees over here, maybe a great big fountain right here. Ooh, that ain't a bad idea. I should get like that. 12, they got a fountain that comes from here to here that just trickles down. That'd be cool. With a display here, and maybe some artwork here, some artwork here. And yeah, we're gonna hook this up real nice. Hook this up real nice. And now over for here, I'm thinking about maybe I might get a dual recliner. So this is gonna go probably in the back in that room. And I saw something, they have a sofa dual recliner that comes all the way out nice and relaxed. I can sit there and watch my movies and everything and just chill and just relax. That's what I want. So yeah, we're gonna hook this up real nice when we get done with it. All right, we'll be working on it next. And in here, I'm working in my bathroom right now too as we speak. My area's a mess in here. So in here, we're still in the arcade room. We got the RetroPie to work. We have to run speakers through the back of this. And I got a funny feeling my cat moved this again. Because it looks crooked. She's out in the window. This may be me. No, it's the support coming out. So I'm going to have to go and readjust my supports for this. Yep, supports are coming up on the wall. So I'm going to have to actually get some heavier screws and punch that in. Is it raining? Oh, about to rain. Oh shoot, that's good to know. So my equipment doesn't get damaged. Okay, so still getting stuff out of the vault to decorate the room. But right here, we're going to put speakers pie in the back of this. I got to adjust this because this is crooked, as you can see. We got the RetroPie is going to run through there. This projector is going upstairs today. That's going upstairs today. That's retired. It's going upstairs today. We're going to do a 4.3 retro style 1980s version, 80s style kind of a projector setup for this. And for that projector right there, it's going to be converted to it will make it look like it's retro to match all together. This is going to be running the Dreamcast, Xbox, GameCube, and I ordered an NES, and I'm going to be hooking that up too. That's my Sega Master System. It still works too, the drive and everything. So all that's going to be running through a multi-switcher, which is going to run all the stuff through here, so I can game off the screen right here. The chair downstairs, the chair in there, I might take that and put that downstairs. That chair has an amazing massager. I might put that downstairs and downstairs in the lounge, and that way I can get myself a swivel chair here. So if I can get myself a swivel chair, I'm trying to find a retro, like old retro kind of style swivel chair to match with the interior of the room. Keep it old, keep it retro. So I can swivel here and game here, and then swivel here and game here. I'm trying to do. Now the mounting the projectors, that's a different story. We'll probably do all ultra short those in here, which is the best idea. I was thinking about mounting one here, so it would connect to this screen here, but we'll see exactly what kind of projector we can get to do that. I got to test a Christie in here to see if we can get a Christie to do that. Let's see for a minute. I thought so. My security camera's just triggered. Somebody dropped the package off. Yep. Package delivery. That's another reason why I'm up late at night, because I get packages all night. Yep. All right, well, we're done here. This room's nice and cool. Oh, it's so comfortable in here. I'm done for the day. I'm sorry, I'm just getting started for the day. What I'm talking about. I'll be back on later on. All right, thank you all for your time. Gotta go, and God bless.